What is up, everybody? Today we're going to do oil change and brake fluid change on my 2022 M1K. Special shout out to Motul for letting me rent one of your lifts. So the first step would be removing the carbon fiber side fairings that I got last month. So far, I'm gonna give the fitment of these fairings 7 out of 10. There are some screws that just did not line up properly, but overall, I think there are good fairings. The next step is we gotta make some more room for us to get to the oil filter. So we're moving out that sensor. Now we're removing that bracket completely since we're working in a really tight space. Then next step is we're gonna use this clamp to get out the oil filter. Be sure to have the oil pan ready to go to collect the dirty oil. This is what it looks like inside the oil filter. Then next step, we're going to loosen up the bolt underneath. In this step, we want to make sure we have a bucket big enough to collect all the oil because a lot is going to come out. And then we're going to clean this up a little bit. Now we're going to put in a brand new oil filter in. Make sure to wiggle it a little bit and tighten it properly. Once all the oil is out, then we're going to put the giant bolt back on, and then we're going to torque to spec. Now we're going to put that bracket back on, then zip tie that sensor so it doesn't come loose while we're riding. And today we're going to use my favorite brand, Motul 300V. Now the next thing on the list is changing my bike's brake fluids. So this is my first time doing it. Special thanks to Motul for coaching me throughout the whole process. We needed to use the vacuum to help it bleed properly. Unfortunately, my bike did not have the brake fluids changed for a long time. As you can see here, it looks like crystal meth inside. Pretty embarrassing. Yeah, so Bonnie is just gonna stir it up a little bit to make it easier for us to just vacuum it out. And here I am sucking out all the leftover fluids. Then we're going to add a brand new fluids again from Motul so that we can flush it out a few times. Since the crystal has formed, we have to do the flush a few times to make sure that all the crystal is gone from the brake lines and the full system. So yep, we're just flushing it out a few times on both sides of the calipers before we move forward to the master cylinder. So we have Motul, the master tech, coaching me through the whole process to make sure I don't mess up on my bike. And over here, Leslie stopped by to say hi really quick. A lot better. No more crystal meth inside. Alright guys, so that took about 3 hours. We changed the oil and we changed the brake fluids. Special shout out to Bonnie for helping me out. This is my first time changing the brake fluids. I didn't know what I was doing actually, but yeah, it took 3 hours and everything went well, and the bike is ready to go. Alright guys, so thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.